Good morning, grade 8, and welcome to the Mr. Hagen Show. In today's episode, we are going to have our morning meeting. We are going to discuss the work you did yesterday, and we will go over what you are doing today. First, our theme: look to the Lord and his strength, seek his face always. Yesterday, we read from Proverbs 22. I obviously picked verse 13. The sluggard says, "There is a lion outside," or "I will be murdered in the streets." What a weird verse. But it reminds me that people who are sluggards, people who are lazy, they always have excuses for not doing things. And it reminds me that at the beginning of the school year, I told you, if you do not complete an assignment, or if you were late, that I didn't want to hear excuses as to why it's late or why you didn't do it. I wanted to know what you planned on doing to complete the assignment. The opposite of being a sluggard does not just mean that you work hard. It also means that you take responsibility for your work. Today, though, I want to just focus on verse 2. Verse 2 says, "Rich and poor have this in common: the Lord is the maker of them all." During the Bible times, they lived in a society that had these certain levels, these certain levels of discrimination, of separation, but of hierarchy. They had rich and then poor. They had Jew or Gentile, or clean or unclean, or male or female, or educated or uneducated. And they had all of these levels. Jesus did not see those levels. Jesus spent time with whoever he felt like he could spend time with. And that really upset and confused the Pharisees. So much so that they planned on killing him because of it, because he was not following their levels. That's how important they were. This passage, though, really relates to us still today. We live in a world that continues to struggle with racism, with discrimination, with prejudice. And as Christians, the only thing that we need to see is that the Lord is the maker of them all. Rich, poor, black, white, young, old, male, female, the Lord is the maker of them all. And as Christians, we are called to seek justice, not for ourselves, but for those who suffer from any form of injustice. This verse is a great example of image bearer and justice seeker. So today, and for the next 2 weeks, as we continue to read from Proverbs, see if you can find other through line connections, specifically maybe with the through line that you are responsible for this year. Today, we are going to continue by reading chapter 23. Keep your prayer requests coming. Our world today really needs peace, and it's the peace that only our Lord can bring. And don't forget to spend time with our Maker today. Yesterday, you guys took your second Gauss test, and many of you will be much happier with your results, so that's awesome. I will go through them today. I will add your points, including the questions that you left blank, and then I'll return those marks to you. You also began to work on your essays, so that's great. Keep on doing that, due at the end of the week. And we also looked at Habakkuk by just focusing on one verse from chapter 3. Today in math, you are just spending time organizing your notes and reviewing. So on Google Classroom, I tell you what units and what topics will be on the test or exam. Tomorrow, I'll make a video for you going over those topics. So today, I just want you to organize yourself so that when I make the video, you're just ready to go. We will also continue working on Proverbs today by taking a look at what Proverbs tells us about God. Proverbs is in the Bible. I hope you gather that I really enjoy reading it, but why is it in the Bible? Because it is part of God's plan. It is a part of teaching us who God is. So there's an assignment on Google Classroom. You're going to need to do some reading, and it's going to talk to us about what does Proverbs really tell us about God. And so I split that assignment into two. So you'll do part of it today and part of it next week. So it's not too bad. Today we are going to be having our last lesson for The Story Expands. I know, you're all upset about it, but this is all the time we have left, and I think it was long enough. Today we're going to be taking a look at part 14, the Canadian Pacific Railway. So enjoy the reading, or not. So do that. Don't forget, we have a Zoom meeting at 3, so I will see you then. Now, yesterday, for the question of the day, you guys gave some pretty unique combinations of animals. I really like the name Llamacorn. Sounds like a mythical creature that I would like to own. You know, I can come riding in on my majestic Llamacorn. Ooh, my monstrumental Llamacorn. Has a real ring to it. But I'm really interested in what the rhino and butterfly would look like. Like, truly, have you actually seen a butterfly fly around? It just kind of goes all over the place. It has like no idea where it's going or even how to fly. Can you imagine a rhino doing that? But I didn't like the name. For me, I would like to call it a butternoceros. It has a ring to it. Kind of just rolls off your tongue. Okay, say it with me. Butternoceros. Butternoceros. I love it. I'd hate to see it though, but I love the name. Since we're talking about weird combinations, your question of the day for today is, what weird food combinations do you enjoy? Like peanut butter, jam, garlic bread. Or bacon wrapped, well, anything. Bacon. Now I'm hungry. So yeah, tell me about your weird food combinations and give it a name if you have one. Like the PBJGB. Sounds like a secret Russian police force or something. I don't know. Never mind. I'm Mr. Hagen. I'm slowly losing it. But don't worry. I like cookies.